The officials are out at the moment talking to the captains. Dave Casper representing Notre Dame as one of the captains and Mike Townsend as the other. Northwestern has won the flip of the coin, and the Wildcats will receive. They'll recede to our left. To our right will be Notre Dame kicking off.
And here's the whistle, and here's the boot by Brown. And it's a short kick coming down to Trimble on the 12. He's back to the 15, goes to the 20, goes to the 28, 29, and is brought down to the 29-yard line. And Halleck is the man who came in there for the Fighting Irish to make the tackle on the 29-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 to go now for Northwestern. A 17-yard return on the part of Jim Trimble, and that's the son, of course, of the coach, Jim Trimble. Just getting underway, and it's a magnificent day for football. And wide to the right side goes the flanker, Wayne Fredrickson. Mitch Anderson, the leading passer in the Big Ten last year, is the quarterback. He's got Trimble, a Key, check it, and Boykin and Stevens. And there's the give to Key, and coming in from the right side over there for Notre Dame to make the stop was Greg Collins, number 50, the linebacker, 6'3", 220-pound junior from Troy, Michigan. Stock, Niehaus, Spanning, and Browner up front. Collins, Potemkin, and Smith backing up that line, and the ball is marked on the 28-yard line. So a loss of a yard on the play. It'll be second down. And Trimble is in there with Key and the running backs. And Anderson rolls to the right, and the ball is batted away and almost intercepted. Intended for Fredrickson. Almost intercepted by Luther Bradley, and he is the freshman back there, Al.
And defensively, Notre Dame just shifted into a 5-2. That's the first time I've seen them in the Oklahoma. Directly over the center was Gary Potemka. Potemka moving up there right over Larry Lilger, and he put the pressure on him. They had a 5-man rush going then on quarterback Mitch Anderson.
And here's the snap to Anderson. He gives on the draw play now to Trimble, and Trimble is hit. He reaches the 26-yard line. He is belted down. In there was Mike Fanning, number 88, the right tackle, and on the stop. And also Browner coming in from the right side, and that brings up a fourth down with the ball marked on the 26-yard line. So it'll be fourth down and 13 yards to go. And going back in the safety spot for Notre Dame is Rudnick. And Scarron is in there now to do the kicking. Way back there in deep kick formation is Scarron. He gets a snap from center, and the kick is almost blocked. It's almost blocked, and it's taken in there by Notre Dame, Zanat, and Zanat is to the 40, gets to the 42, and possibly the 43, and is brought down on the 43-yard line by Magnuson. So it'll be first down and 10 to go. They mark it on the 42-yard line of Notre Dame. First down and 10 to go for the Irish, and that was a 40-yard kick. And so now we're ready to go with Clements at quarterback. Pennick, Best, and Bullock in the backfield with him. Demerly, Neese, Bolger, Brenneman, DiNardo, Sylvester, and Casper up front. They're in a pro set right now, and waiting for it is the quarterback Clements, and he runs with the ball in the first play. The quarterback sneak runs it to the 45, getting 3 yards, and Mike Vardy makes the tackle right there. In motion now goes Pennick to the left, and the give is to the fullback. Running straight ahead, Bullock. And Bullock moves the ball to about the 49-yard line, and there he is tackled by Paul Maley, who's the middle backer from Cincinnati, Ohio, 5'10", a 220-pound freshman. So mark it on the 49. The series originated on the 42. We have 12 minutes and 35 seconds of playing time remaining in the first quarter. No score, Notre Dame and Northwestern. Pennick's in the slot on the right side. He's in motion now to the left, and Clements rolling out the left, looking for a receiver. Throws, completed to Best. Best is at the 45, the 40. He's out of bounds on the 40-yard line, and Greg Swanson, the right safety man, chased him out of bounds. It's a first down for Notre Dame, and they have the ball on the Northwestern 40-yard line.
And that pass comes to the back, rolling out of the backfield with a lot of speed from Gahanna, Ohio, Art Best. His first time to carry the football in the uniform of the Fighting Irish. He ran 56 yards for a touchdown against Pittsburgh.
Clements now to give to Best, running off right tackle, and he swings out wide. He's going to be dropped for a loss. Back on the 45-yard line, and Pete Wessel, the left cornerback, broke through there and turned in a magnificent defensive play for the Wildcats. So they'll mark the ball on the 45-yard line, a loss of 5. It'll be second down and 15 to go for the Irish. 12 minutes of playing time remaining in the first quarter. Wide on the left side is Pete Demerly, who's the split end. Pennick in motion to the left again. And here is the give to the fullback Bullock, trying right side of the line, and he gets to about the 44, getting about a yard, and Pete Wessel coming up from that cornerback again to bring him down. So far here in the early stages, that Northwestern defense has been tough.
Well, the Wildcats are looking for what they say any good team will do, and that's establish a running game before you take to the air.
With Demerly in the slot to the left, and Pinnock goes in motion to the left, and back goes Clements to throw. He's rolling. He throws, and it's over the head of Bullock and juggled around, and he finally dropped it. It didn't quite hold. It was way over his head. He had to leap for it. In there to make the tackle was Swanson and Annanen and Shaw, and he juggled the ball around. Looked like a circus performer for a moment.
Yes, he did, Van. I didn't think he was going to hold on to it at all, but when he tipped that football and he went up in the air, I thought somebody was going to pick it off. It was up for grabs.
Back in kick formation goes Brian Doherty for Notre Dame. He's 6'2", 186-pound senior from Portland, Oregon. He gets a perfect pass from center and gets his kick away and booms it high and deep. And Northwestern lets it go, and it finally goes into the end zone. So it'll be brought back out in play on the 20, and a 44-yard kick on the part of Doherty. Waiting for it, Mitch Anderson. He gives it off to Tremble, and Tremble over right guard for 1 yard. And that is it. He is brought down on the 21-yard line. In there was Steve Niehaus, the young man who performed so brilliantly last year as a freshman before he suffered the knee injury. Collins, the linebacker on the left side, also in on the tackle. So make it 2nd down and 9 to go now for the Wildcats. No score, 10.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Wide to the left side, Stevens, and waiting for it is Mitch Anderson. Anderson is going back to throw. He looks and throws, and this one is incomplete. It was intended for Stan Key, and they had the rush on him. He didn't have much chance, Al, to get that one underway.
Sherman Smith was over there doing fine coverage on him. You know, Van, the way it's set up here at Notre Dame is that the linebackers are half linebacker and half defensive back. They've got to defend when they go into that 4-4.
Waiting for it is Mitch Anderson, the quarterback. It's 3rd and 9. He's back to throw. He looks and throws, and it is batted down. In there to make the defensive play for Notre Dame was Rudnick. And the pass was intended for Stevens, and Smith was also in there, so it'll be 4th down coming up right now for Northwestern with 9 yards to go. And Rudnick goes back in the safety spot now for Notre Dame. And also dropping back in the safety spot for the Fighting Irish is number 34, Bob Zanat. Scarron goes back now in the punt formation, standing back around the 5-yard line. Notre Dame utilizing the double safety. Brilliant sunshiny day, and there's a perfect pass from center. The rush is on. It's blocked. It's blocked by the defensive end of Notre Dame, number 89. Browner blocked the kick into the end zone. Browner really went crashing in there.
Great block, Van, made by Mike Fanning. Did he go in with the arms up? He got it right in the chest, Van. It spun off, and it goes out of the back of the end zone. The Irish now are on the scoreboard.
Northwestern kicks off to Notre Dame. That's right. Now call a timeout. That's what he did. Yeah, sure. He didn't call the timeout after the score a moment ago. So the Notre Dame runs the ball back. Goodman brought it back to the 43-yard line. Now we're ready to go with Clements back at quarterback again. And Clements now rolling out the right, looking for a pass receiver. He throws, and it is caught at the 43-yard line by the tight end, I believe. Dave Casper will check him. And he grabbed the ball on about the 43-yard line, and Casper took it on down to the 41 in Northwestern territory, and it's a 1st down. They give official credit to Fanning on the block. He and Browner were both in there, and Fanning is the man who got his hands on the ball, and they blocked that kick a moment ago to give Notre Dame the 2-0 lead over Northwestern on the safety. In the pro set, waiting for it is Clements. He sends Pinnock in motion to the left and gives the ball to Bullock. Bullock down the middle to about the 36-yard line. And a gain on the play of about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 to go. And the tackle was made in there for Northwestern by Branford, the left tackle. Ball is on the 36-yard line. Demerly is on the right side this time. Casper, the tight end, is on the left side. Now they're in the pro set. Clements with Bullock and Pinnock behind him. He gives to Pinnock for the first time today. He cuts in at the 30. He's down to the 25. He's all the way down to the 23-yard line. And Pete Shaw, the safety man, brought him down. It's a 1st down for Notre Dame, and that's the first time today Pinnock is carried.
Beautiful job by Jerry DiNardo, the right guard. a young junior from Howard Beach, New York. You know, his brother was a great football player, Larry DiNardo here. Well, Jerry DiNardo is an excellent guard. Made the pull, made a key block over there, left the hole open for Eric Pennock to get through.
In the slot on the left now is Art Best. Waiting for it is quarterback Clements, and Clements gives it to Bullock. Bullock on the sweep to the left, gets down to the 21-yard line, getting a couple of yards, and Bob Mason, number 98, the right end from Hopkins, Minnesota, made the tackle. So they'll mark that ball. We'll wait and see on the 20-yard line, mark it, give him 3 yards, make it second down and 7 yards to go. And now they send Demerly out wide to the right. Best is in the slot to the left, and Bullock and Pennock, the running backs, and Pennock has the football. He's at the 20, 15, 10. He's down to the 5. He's down to the 4. He's brought down on the 4-yard line by Wessel and Shaw.
Tom Bolger made the key block there. Oh, both those guards were out there. Bolger pulled beautifully, made the key block, sprung the runner loose in front of him. Jerry DiNardo was right up front blocking with him. So you had both of the pulling guards of Notre Dame's doing an excellent job. They're inside the 5-yard line, Ben.
A gain of 16 yards by Pennock on the carry around the left side. Down to the 4. It'll be now first down and goal to go. And Clements on a give now to Best, and Best is down to the 2-yard line, running off right guard. And brought down on the 2-yard line by the Wildcats front 4, again along with Annanen, the linebacker, on the right side. And Maley, Paul Maley, the middle guard from Cincinnati, Ohio, a freshman. Coming in now for Notre Dame, number 21, Goodman, coming in at halfback, and Pennock comes out. I formation now utilized by Notre Dame. The give is to Best. Touchdown, Notre Dame, off right guard, Art Best. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have put a touchdown on the board now as Art Best cracked over from the 2-yard line, climaxing a 57-yard drive in 7 plays. And Notre Dame is out in front of Northwestern 8-0 with 7:13 to go in the first quarter. And now Thomas will try the extra point, and Doherty will hold for it. Waiting for the snap. The ball is spotted. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And so, with the score, Notre Dame 9, Northwestern nothing. There's a timeout on the field. Now this for Red Ball Transit. Here's the boot by Brown. This one he gets a foot into and sails it into the end zone and right out of the field of play. He really booted that one. 2 flankers on the right side. Stevens along with Fredrickson. I formation. Mitch Anderson 0 for 3, calling the signals, and he gives it off this time to his running back, Richard Booth. And Booth tries the middle of that Notre Dame line, and he gets at the most a yard and a half. That's about all. And he's brought down in there by Sherman Smith, the right linebacker, and Potemkin, the middle backer. And Niehaus and Fanning also had a hand on him, so put it on the 21, make it second down and 9 yards to go. 1-on-1 on the wide receivers. And here's Mitch Anderson back to throw. He looks, he throws, and it is caught by Bill Stevens at the 30-yard line, and Stevens moves on to the 32 for the first down for the Wildcats. He is brought down in there by number 14, Reggie Barnett, the left cornerback.
Did a little curl pattern on Barnett. There was nothing that he could do about it. Bill Stevens has got great speed. I'm told that he has 4.6 speed on the 40.
First and 10 from the 32 of Northwestern. Craig is the tight end on the right side. And here's the give to Trimble, and Trimble goes to the 34-yard line with it. And the tackle is made right there by Greg Collins of Troy, Michigan. The linebacker on the left side, Drew Mahalik. So mark the ball on the 34 and make it second down and 8 yards to go. And I've been surprised, Al, they have not gone to the tight end, Steve Craig, and he's usually a favorite target. All right, now 2 wide receivers on the left side, the same 2 we've been calling. Waiting for it is Mitch Anderson in the I formation, rolling out the left, looking and throwing, and this one is incomplete. The pass was thrown a little bit too low for the intended receiver, Fredrickson. Over there to break it up was Luther Bradley, the freshman from Muncie, Indiana. He is 6'2", 194 pounds, and he is impressive. 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Notre Dame leading 9-0. 5 men up front defensively now for the Irish. 1-on-1 on the wide receivers. And here is Anderson back to throw. He's being chased. He's under trap. Sacked back on the 24-yard line. That was Greg Collins who went crashing through there and wrapped him up.
Blitzing through, Van. Greg Collins again, and those linebackers are coming now. They're not playing when they stack up that 5-2 Oklahoma. I'm not too sure that Northwestern has really got their blocking down right on that 5-2, because when you get the 5-man front up there and you got a man directly over your center, you don't know which side he's coming to, gives you a lot of trouble. They're going to have to kick.
Scarron is back in kick formation. Zanat is back now with Rudnick, and here's the kick, almost blocked again. And they're calling for a fair catch, and the ball is spotted on the 48-yard line. Boy, they've really got the rush on the kicker every time. They almost blocked that one. One wide receiver to the left now, and here's Clements on a give to Art Best. Best off right tackle, cross the 50, down to the 48, stopped on the 48-yard line. And Countryman in there made the tackle. He's the cornerback right now for Northwestern. The ball is marked on the 48, and Bob Hill of Rock Island, Illinois, a freshman, 5'11", 213 pounds, on the 48-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and 7 to go for the Irish, who lead 9-0. Dimmerly out wide to the right, and waiting for it is Clements on the counter. He gives to Pinnock, and Pinnock barrels right through the middle to the 44-yard line, and John Holliday, the left tackle, brought him down. Last night we were talking to both these coaches at the Holiday Inn here in South Bend, Johnny Pont of Northwestern and Ara Parsegan. It's a great friendship between these two. Best is in the slot. In motion goes Pinnock to the left, and here's Clements rolling to the left, looking for a receiver. Look at the time he's got, and he completes it down on the 23-yard line. He had plenty of time to throw that ball, and he hit Dimmerly perfectly with it.
Beautiful rollout pattern there. Clements rolling out. He almost had a pocket 15 yards over from where you would have set up. And as you say, Ben, he had plenty of time just to sit there and set it up and fire away.
Mark the ball on the 22-yard line, and that's 21 yards gained on that pass play. Dimmerly goes out wide to the right. Best is in the slot on the left. Pinnock and Bullock are the running backs, and here's the give to Best on the counter. He's down to the 20, to the 19-yard line, and hauled down there by Greg Swanson, the right safety man, on the 19-yard line. And Mike Vardy, the linebacker, and he's a good one. He's from Grosse Pointe, Michigan, 6'2", a 215-pound senior, and the ball on the 19. We've got 3 minutes of playing time remaining in the first quarter, and Notre Dame leads Northwestern 9-0, and out of the huddle they come. Wide to the left goes Dimmerly. In motion goes Best to the right, and here's Clements pitching it out to Best. Best cuts in at the 19, gets to the 15, gets to the 13. He's very, very close to a first down on the 13-yard line. He might have it. Vardy, no, I guess he's a little short. He's very close, though, about a half a yard short. And so that'll bring up a 3rd down now with about a half a yard to go. And Shaw and Vardy made the tackle on him. 2 of 3 on 3rd down situations for young Tommy Clements, the 6-footer from McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania, the quarterback for Notre Dame. And a power eye. Pinnock in the top of it, and the give is to Pinnock, and Pinnock is to the 10, to the 9. First down, Notre Dame. And the tackle was made by Jamie Sommerfeld, the right tackle of Northwestern.
About 13 minutes of playing time elapsed here in this first period, Van, and already I am tremendously impressed with the double explosive running ability and speed of Art Best and Eric Pinnock in the same backfield with the big fullback named Wayne Bullock.
As Pinnock goes in motion out of the left, and here's Clements rolling out the left, looking, throws to the end zone, caught by Dimmerly for a touchdown. Put it right over Shaw. Picked it off for the touchdown, and the Irish jump out in front in the first quarter, 15-0, 52 yards in 7 plays. That really gives the crowd something to cheer about with 1 minute and 49 seconds to go. Notre Dame's young Tommy Clements hit Dimmerly beautifully for the touchdown. Now we'll have the try for point, and Bob Thomas will attempt, and Brian Doherty will do the kicking. Ball is spotted, the kick is in the air, and the kick is good. And there's a timeout on the field with a score. Notre Dame 16, Northwestern nothing. All right, 4 out of 5 for Clements for 56 yards. Here's the boot. This one is into the end zone, and Northwestern lets it roll, and it goes out of bounds. Booth lets it go, so now it will be first down and 10 to go for the Northwestern Wildcats from their own 20-yard line. And here's Mitch Anderson on a give now to his running back, Richard Booth, who tries the middle of the Notre Dame line. He brings the ball to the 23, and Niehaus and Fanning make the tackle right there for the Irish. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 yards to go. 2nd and 7 for the Northwestern Wildcats. Wide to the right side is Steve Harris of Cincinnati, Ohio, a split end. And they send Darrah wide to the left side in this I formation. Mitch Anderson going back to throw. He unloads it, and it is batted down by Reggie Barnett, and they call interference on Barnett. It was intended for Steve Harris.
Well, Reggie Barnett, they got him on the whistle there for interference. The flag was flying there. And here is one of the veteran defensive backs, or cornerbacks, as you would call it. The ball is down at the 37-yard line. It will be a first down there for Northwestern on the interference call. Barnett, a junior from Flint, Michigan, was caught there. Last year he played some fine football, Van. Runs the 100, incidentally, in 9.8, and Barnett has the speed to stay with you. He doesn't really have to get over you.
2 wide receivers again. Darrah split out to the left. Waiting for it, Anderson. Anderson on a give now to Booth, and Booth up the middle. Gets to about the 43-yard line. Mike Fanning made the tackle, and now here's some of my favorite announcers across the nation. Race to the microphone, men, because let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is Mutual, your news and sports radio network. 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. I formation, 2 wide receivers. Mitch Anderson waiting for it. Anderson now on a pitch back to Booth, and Booth cuts in at the 41, gets to the 42, and that is it. Steve Niehaus again. 6'5", 265 pounds of sophomore tackle, and Sherman Smith, the backer on the right side.
That's right, and they tell me he puts away a lot of groceries. They call him Big Knee or Super Frosh last year. Incidentally, he hurt that knee, in the 4th game, Van, last year, and the Irish lost him for the rest of the year.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Notre Dame 16, Northwestern nothing. Now this for Delco and Lazy Boy chairs. The ball is on the 42. It's 3rd down and about 5 yards to go. 0 for 3 on 3rd downs. Anderson throws incomplete. Intended that time for Steve Harris. He's 0 for 4 on the 3rd down.
We had 6 men going at time. Sherman Smith, the outside linebacker on the right side, was sailing through there. Mike Fanning was loose because Gary Potempa also came down the middle. And consequently, as the blockers picked them up, there were 2 men, Fanning and Smith, sitting in the backfield on top of Mitch Anderson.
The punter is Steve Scarron, and here's the ball back to him, and it's almost blocked again. It was almost blocked by Notre Dame. As a matter of fact, the kick is only to the 50-yard line and bounds right back to the 49-yard line, or 48 when it quits bouncing, and they're going to split the difference with it. Let's call it the 48. And now the I formation, and the give is to the counter to Best, and Best is to the 42-yard line before he's brought down by Darrell Branford, the left tackle, along with Mike Vardy. And they'll mark the ball on the 42. That's a gain of 6 yards on that counter.
Then, incidentally, for the first 15 minutes in the first quarter, Northwestern has exactly 1 yard rushing, 11 yards passing, 12 yards total. Notre Dame has a total of 137 yards, 81 on the ground, 56 through the air.
And here is the give to Bullock, and Bullock is down to the 40. And he is stopped by Jamie Sommerfeld, the right tackle, along with Darrell Branford. And so the ball will be marked on the 40-yard line. It will be 3rd down and 2 yards to go now for Notre Dame. Clock moving with 14 minutes to play in the first half. Look at this. Here's a straight T formation. The give is to Pinnock, and Pinnock is to the 39. Eric Pinnock is brought down after a yard or 2 by Mike Vardy and Pete Shaw. How about that? There's the old straight T formation.
That's right, and I haven't seen Notre Dame use it in, I would say, 4 or 5 years, stack up with a straight T and come at you. There's a lot of power in that, and it's also a good operational point for speed.
Here's the T formation again, and the ball was snapped, but Northwestern had jumped across there. Paul May. Now the question, looks like Northwestern might have been offside. And so it'll be a 5-yard walk-off now against the Wildcats. They have the pros set, and the give is to Pinnock, and Pinnock hits to the 32 and is shoved back. Mike Vardy is the man, along with Paul Maley, who made the tackle there for Northwestern on the 32-yard line, a gain of 2 on the play, so it'll be 2nd down coming up and 8 yards to go. Dimmerly is set out wide to the left. In the slot to the right is Eric Pinnock. The running backs are Bullock and Best has the football, and Clements is in front of him blocking for him. And Best fights his way down to about the 27-yard line, and Bob Hill and Pete Shaw make the tackle there for Northwestern. Getting up very slowly there for Notre Dame was number 72, and that's Jerry DiNardo of Howard Beach, New Jersey. They hear the games up there on WMCA in New York.
He is an explosive back. You give him a half inch, and he's going to go.
Here's Clements on the give to Bullock, and Bullock may have a first down. He found a hole over left guard, and he was hit as he went through the hole. He was hit by the linebacker Hill, and then Phillips made the tackle secure down on the 22, but it's another first down for Notre Dame, and that's a total of 8 first downs for the Irish. Ball marked on the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Demerly is flanked to the right. And the running backs now in motion. Goes Goodman to the left. He's in there. The give is to Bullock, and Bullock off left guard. He went with the same play again, and he goes down to the 17, and he is stopped right there by Bob Hill again. And the other linebacker over there is a pattern check of Northwestern, and the ball is marked on the 17-yard line, so it will be a gain of 5. It will be 2nd down and 5 yards to go now for Notre Dame. Best is flanked to the left side. Demerly to the right. The give is to Goodman. He's gutting in over left tackle. Finds a hole. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 7. And he's brought down on the 7-yard line. Goodman is tackled by Greg Swanson. Ron Goodman, a junior. 5'11", 192-pounder.
Pennock giving his blockers a chance to really make the block stick. Dave Casper had the man set up. Following him into the hole was Wayne Bullock, and Wayne Bullock put a shoulder to it, moved him out of the way. So good blocking by Casper and Bullock there.
Goodman goes in motion to the left. Here's the give on the counter to Best. He's inside the 5. He's down to about the 3. 10:40 to go in the half. 16-0 Notre Dame. Tackle was made in there by Countryman, the freshman, and the ball is on about the 2.5-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and goal to go. The two ends are in tight this time. Clements on the call. He pitches it back to Best on the sweep. He cuts in. He's down to the 2, and he stopped on the 2-yard line. And Patterncheck is the man who made the tackle along with Pete Shaw. You know, it's interesting, Al, to watch the way that Tommy Clements, after he hands off, leads the run. He does a good job of blocking.
Goodman in there now with Goodman in there along with Art Best and Wayne Bullock.
Goodman goes in motion out to the left, and here's a pitch out to him. He's on the sweep, cuts in, and he's in. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Goodman on the sweep around the left side. It's a touchdown for Notre Dame, and it's 22-0. 52 yards in 11 plays, and Goodman takes it over from the 2-yard line. And so now Thomas will try the extra point, and Brian Darty will hold. He'll attempt to make it 23. Notre Dame started off the scoring with a safety. The kick is in the air, and the kick is good. So there's a timeout on the field with a score. Notre Dame 23, Northwestern nothing. Ready to go now. Notre Dame will kick off again to Northwestern. Kicking off will be Cliff Brown. His first kick was short, but the others have been in the end zone. And he gets a foot into this one. It spins around down there on the 5 and bounces into the end zone. It's taken by Booth and downed right there. And now Harris is wide to the left side. Dara is flanked out wide to the right side. Notre Dame leads 23-0. It's a double wing formation. Mitch Anderson is the quarterback. He's going back to throw. He unloads a bomb, and it is incomplete. Mike Dara was the intended receiver. He was covered by Reggie Barnett and Mike Townsend, who led the nation last year in pass interceptions. He had him covered.
Fine coverage, a deep pattern. And, of course, right now, Mitch Anderson needs to get this football team revved up. The Wildcats need some scoring on the board. Offensive interference. I believe the man was pushing off, going down the sidelines, Van.
Dara split out to the right side in this pro set, and Mitch Anderson now on to give to his running back who's in there, Stan Key. And Key tries right guard, gets to about the 11-yard line, and there Drew Mahalik of Birmingham, Michigan, 6'4", 224-pound junior, brings him down. We have 9 minutes of playing time remaining. We are in the first half at Notre Dame, and it's 23-0. Ludostansky is in there for Northwestern at the tight end, and here's Mitch Anderson going back to throw, and he is really hit by Mike Fanning, the right tackle. from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Boy, he really went in there.
And I'll tell you something else. Gary Potempa was right behind him, but Fanning got through there. You know, he moved in the spring, Van, from defensive end to defensive tackle. Here's a big boy that is really tough. He made the All-American Wrestling team, incidentally, and wrestled in the NCAA championships last year. And this big junior from Tulsa, Oklahoma is really mean on the inside. But he's certainly showing us something here playing the defensive tackle today.
All right, now, ball is back on the 1-yard line. And here's the snap back to Scarron. He gets it away. It's a floater coming down here to Zanat at the 41. Zanat has it, brings it back to the 35. He's at the 30. He's down to the 29-yard line, and he is downed right there on the 29. Got two wide receivers. First down on the 29, and here's Clements throwing. It's completed to Dimmerly at the 29. He's at the 25. He's down to the 23, and he's knocked out of bounds after a gain of 6 yards on the play. Dimmerly was knocked out of bounds there by the defensive back, number 43 of the Northwestern Wildcats. That is Belko. Let's change the number on him, Al. He was listed as 41. He's now 43. Doug Belko is playing the defensive left end right now for Northwestern. Waiting for it is Clements. He sends Pennick in motion. He gives to Bullock, and Bullock breaks one tackle and goes to the 20-yard line with it, where it'll be third down and about a yard to go for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And Pattern Check is the man who made the tackle. And it'll be third down and a yard to go now for Notre Dame, leading 23-0. 3 out of 6 here. And now here is the give to Bullock, and Bullock off right tackle gets the first down. The tackle is made by Pete Shaw and number 53, Bob Hill. So he's now 4 out of 7 on third down situations. The ball is marked on the 18-yard line. That's 10 first downs racked up by the Irish. We have 7 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the first half. Notre Dame leading 23-0. Pennick is in motion to the left, and here's Clements rolling to the left, looking and throwing, and completed the best at the 10. He's down to the 5, and he's finally out of bounds on the 1-yard line, and Charlie Hickerson is the man who knocked him out of bounds on the 1.
Charlie Hickerson had him by the jersey, Van. And if Best could just have broken that jersey hold, he could have gone into the end zone. He goes right in the corner pocket over there and knocks the post over, the rubber post that is right at the goal line, but goes out at about the 1-yard line. So the Irish now, with about 6:49 remaining in the first half, are knocking on the door again, a yard and a half away from a touchdown.
In motion now goes Best, and here's the quarterback Clements on the dive over the left side. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Tommy Clements on a dive over the line for the touchdown, climaxing a 29-yard drive in 5 plays. Notre Dame leads it 29-0. Let's listen to that Notre Dame band for a second. Now holding will be Doherty. Here's the kick by Bob Thomas. The kick is good. And with the score, Notre Dame 30, Northwestern nothing. There's a timeout on the field. Now this for Royal Globe Insurance. Key is deep, along with number 22 of the Wildcats, Shaw. And here's the kick. Spinning kick into the end zone again, and the Wildcats let it go. 2 wide receivers in the I formation. And the give now is to Boykin, and Boykin gets it back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all, as Gary Potempa was standing there waiting for him. Matter of fact, he might have fudged and charged a step or two.
Potempa is the kind of football player that fits in anywhere defensively. Great pursuit, good speed.
Here's the I formation. 2 wide receivers to the right, Anderson rolling to the right, looking and throwing, and it is completed out there to Mike Dara of Springfield, Illinois, and Greg Collins and Luther Bradley made the tackle on him, but he is short of a first down, as he will be downed on the 26-yard line, 27. So give him 7 yards on the play and make it 3rd and 3.
Bradley is one of the 2 freshmen, of course, playing defensive football today for the Irish, and the big defensive left end, Ross Browner from Warren, Ohio.
0 for 4 on third down situations, and Anderson on a give to Booth, and Booth is to the 32, and he got a first down, ripping right up the middle. And that's the 3rd first down for Northwestern. And Potemka made the tackle along with Sherman Smith, and also Greg Collins was in there, the three linebackers. And the ball is on the 32-yard line of Northwestern. It belongs to the Wildcats with 5:50 to play in the half. And the score, Notre Dame 30 and Northwestern nothing. Two wide receivers to the left. And here's the give again to Richard Booth. And Booth tries right tackle, gets to the 32, and Sherman Smith in to make the tackle. The clock shows now 5:10 to go. Two wide receivers. Darragh to the left side. Harris is to the right side. And Mitch Anderson now is rolling out the left, looking. He throws, and the pass is incomplete. He was belted by three players, led by Fanning and Browner.
To adequately describe that, I would like to say, Van, that was a lame duck shot down. Just as he let the football go, he was hit by not one or two, but by three of those blue jerseys out there and those gold helmets at the same time.
Harris is on the right on the I formation. Anderson on third down, back to throw. He is hit again and sacked back inside the 20-yard line. He's dropped down around the 19-yard line, and Gary Potemka and Stock, the left end, and Mike Fanning.
And Greg Collins, add his name too, Van. Those linebackers are coming, and they're not playing around about it.
13 yards lost on that play. Dropped it back to the 19-yard line. It'll be fourth down and 23 yards to go. Scarron is back to kick. He's been sacked 3 times for 33 yards. Rudnick and Zanat, Bob Zanat, are the double safety men for Notre Dame. And here's the snap back, and here's the kick. Flag now, roughing the kicker. And the ball is taken back there by Rudnick on the 40, and Rudnick is hit at the 47. So there'll be a penalty. There's a timeout with the score. Notre Dame 30, Northwestern nothing. And Fredrickson will do the kicking now for Northwestern. Notre Dame drops 2 men back, and Fredrickson gets his kick away, booms it high, and the ball rolls past the Notre Dame safety man and rolls on down to about the 22-yard line. So let's take now 10 seconds for station identification. Irish lead 30-0 here in the first half. Bullock and Best, and here's Clements back to throw, throws to Casper right off his fingertips on the 42-yard line. He had him wide open, and the Notre Dame coaches in the booth to the left say, catch that ball.
The big captain and tight end of the Fighting Irish, Dave Casper. Gosh, here's a guy that is really versatile, Van. He has played offensive tackle, defensive tackle, tight end, and split end.
Second down and 10 to go. A tight formation now, and here's Clements going back to throw again. Rolling to the right, he throws and completes the Bullock at the 30, 35, the 40, the 45. He's out of bounds on the 46-yard line. Wayne Bullock, who came out of the backfield, and he was chased out of bounds by Swanson. And so a gain on the play of about 25 yards, 24. The ball's on the 46-yard line, first down, Notre Dame.
Roll him out of the backfield, and Clements has plenty of time. He does that rollout with a lot of protection, 2 men dropping back to protect for him.
Now Goodman is in the backfield again, and here's Clements faking the draw, throws to Goodman. He's at the 45, he's at the 50, the 45, the 40, he's down to the 35, he's still on his feet, he's down to the 30, and Goodman is finally brought down on the 30-yard line by Pete Russell and Pete Shaw. First down, Notre Dame on the Northwestern 30.
Oh, Greg Swanson was all set up to make the tackle about 5 yards back up, and what happens? All of a sudden, Mr. Goodman gave him the hip and took it away, and Swanson was grabbing the air. He was caught from behind. If Goodman had had chance for just 1 or 2 steps more, he'd have had the extra speed he needed to get away from Wessel and Pete Shaw.
Demerly goes to the right as the only flanker. In the slot to the left is Best, and Pennock goes in motion. Here's the counter given to Best, and Best is down to the 24-yard line with it. And Sudbury, the defensive left end, makes the stop for Northwestern after a 6-yard gain. It'll be second down and 4.
That's a heck of an adjustment for the defense to be able to face, Van. The flow of the play is going strong to the left, and Notre Dame has been quite successful with the counter today. And in each instance, it's been Art Best who's come back with that counter. Clements fakes it beautifully. He goes with all the movement to the left and then gives to Best on the counter back to the right. And, of course, the defense has to adjust to that, and it's a tough job.
Demerly is out wide to the left. Pennock is in the slot to the right. And here's Clements on to give to Pennock. Pennock is in trouble. He's got a man back there, but a great block turns him loose at the 30. He goes to the 25. And he is out of bounds on the 25-yard line, and Bob Hill and Pennock had a head-on collision over there, I want to tell you. One of the defensive men got through there, and Pennock was stripped of his blockers. He was all by himself, and then a tremendous block was delivered that dropped that man was chasing Pennock, and so they got the ball to the 25, where it'll be 3rd down and 5 yards to go for Notre Dame.
Steve Neese is the man who threw that block, Van, the left tackle.
4 out of 7 on 3rd down situations for Clements. He sends Best in motion, and he rolls out to the right looking for a receiver, throws it just out of the reach of Pennock. Eric Pennock just out of his reach. Antonin, the right backer, was over there to cover, but Pennock was just a step away from it, and so that will bring up a 4th and 5 situation. And Clements is looking over at Ara Parsegan, and we thought maybe they might come in with Bob Thomas, but Aris, with that scoreboard reading 30-0, says go for it. High in motion is Best to the right. Clements is going back to throw. He's looking, and he throws, and it's caught by Casper at the 5, and Casper's out of bounds on the 1-yard line. Swanson and Shaw ran him out of bounds. Clements hit Dave Casper, the tight end, on the 5-yard line. And so now they're going to mark he stepped out of bounds on the 2. It'll be 1st down and goal to go on the 2-yard line. 2 minutes and 29 seconds to play, and that Casper's got some great hands.
Clements now has completed 9 of 12, Van, for 140 yards.
Both ends in tight, a balanced line, and Clements on to give to Pennock, and Pennock has got a touchdown, but a flag is down. Pennock barreled in over left guard, but a flag is down, and a discussion on the play. Let's see what happens. Illegal procedure against Notre Dame, so they'll have to do it over again from the 7.
Well, they're going to have to try it over again from the 7. Let's put it that way. But the way they're going, I just wouldn't want to get in front of this juggernaut.
Demmerle's out wide to the left. In motion is Best to give us to Bullock. Bullock cutting in over left tackle is down to about the 3-yard line, and he is brought down there after a 4-yard gain by Verzino, the right tackle from East Syracuse, New York. He's 6'2", 230-pound junior. Ball is marked now on about the 2-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and goal to go for Notre Dame, and the Irish leading 30-0. Here's the give to Clements, fakes it and keeps it himself, runs off left guard and walks into the end zone. I want to tell you, Neese and Bolger and Brenneman did a tremendous job of blocking. They just opened up an avenue. He just faked it and took it in for the touchdown. Clements scoring his 2nd touchdown. Notre Dame leads at 36-0. So now we'll have the try for point, and Notre Dame that time went 78 yards in 9 plays for the touchdown.
Here's Bob Thomas again, Van. He's already kicked 4 today, and this will be number 5.
Doherty will hold. The kick is in the air, and the kick is good. So the score now is Notre Dame 37 and Northwestern nothing. We can't hear the Notre Dame band because they're assembling to come out here and perform at halftime. We're waiting now for Cliff Brown to move forward. He does, and he kicks. High end-over-end kick into the end zone. Taken there by Swanson to the 5, the 10. He goes to the 15, tries to go wide, and is brought down on the 17-yard line. On the 17-yard line and making the tackle there for Notre Dame was Bradley. Mitch Anderson is the quarterback. Anderson on to give to his running back Stan Key of Wilberforce, Ohio. And Key gets to the 20, and Greg Collins made the tackle for Notre Dame on the 20-yard line. 1 minute and 25 seconds to go in the first half. Mr. Tippy Dye, who's the athletic director of Northwestern, will be our guest. Mike McCoy. Wide to the left side now is Fredrickson. And waiting for it is the quarterback, Mitch Anderson. And Anderson now on a give to the second man coming through is Key. Key to the 24-yard line. And Gary Potemka is the man who made the tackle. The clock moving with 55 seconds.
In on the play, too, Van. Along with him was Drew Mahalik. Those linebackers are really responding very, very quickly. They were shifted into the 5-2 there. Moving up into that line as the 5th man on the front is Gary Potempa.
2 wide receivers. Fredrickson on the left side, and back goes Mitch Anderson. He throws a swing pass out there intended for Stan Key and is broken up. broken up. Steve Niehaus, the defensive tackle in there, put a hand on the ball and batted it away. So it'll be 4th down coming up now for the Wildcats. And dropping back here is Tim Simon, going back in the safety spot. Rudnick is coming out, so Bob Zanat and Simon are the safety men. Clock shows 18 seconds to go. And back in kick formation is Fredrickson. He's round the 11-yard line. And here's the snap, the perfect pass from center, and he gets it away. High spiral, Bob Zanat on the 42. Zanat to the 45, to the 50. Zanat fights his way on to the 48-yard line, a kick of 34 yards. Bullock and Best are the running backs. Waiting for it now is the quarterback, Clements. He gives it off to Best, and Best on a sweep of the right side is to the 46-yard line and brought down after a 2-yard gain. Tackle made by Ken Sudbury, and there is the gun. That's the end of the first half. With the score, Notre Dame 37, Northwestern nothing, and now this for contact. Short kick. It's taken on the 27-yard line and taken by a Notre Dame lineman who brings it back to the 35-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10 to go. And that was George Haydock who took the ball, and Haydock brought it back to the 35. So 1st and 10 now for Notre Dame. And so Notre Dame now taking over, and Alvarado's the center. Quarterback is Cliff Brown. Kornman is in there at the fullback spot. And here's the give to Kornman. He runs right straight ahead and brings the ball up to the 39-yard line. And Al Samuel is also in there from Newport News, Virginia. And Maley made the tackle along with Bob Mason. So mark the ball now on the 38-yard line, a gain of about 3 yards on the play. Notre Dame leads 37-0. We're just getting underway in the 3rd quarter. Here's the give to Samuel. He's at the 45 and brings it on to the 47. And that will be a 1st down for Notre Dame up to the 47-yard line, and Mike Vardy is the man who made the tackle. Joe Alvarado is the center. We'll check the other lineman for you for Notre Dame. Eric Farsigan is coming out here with practically a new ball club in this second half. Wide to the right side now is Willie Townsend as a flanker. Samuel's in the slot to the left. Waiting for it is Cliff Brown, and Cliff on a give to the running back. Going to the left side, Gary Deminick, and he's at the 45. And Deminick is on down to the 42-yard line before he's hauled down by Pete Shaw. Al, you can check those linemen in there. We've got some new linemen in there besides Alvarado.
Man, I see a new set of guards. One of them is a freshman. The right guard is Eldon Moore. He's a freshman. The left guard is number 66, Dan Morin, from Croydon, Pennsylvania. He's a senior.
Townsend is flanked out the left side. Brown on a give to the counter. Al Samuel, and Samuel is down to the 35-yard line and is brought down there by Annanen. He ruled his knee hit the ground on the 36-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and about 4.5 or 5 yards to go now for Notre Dame. The Irish leading by a score of 37-0, and out of the huddle they come. Alvarado over the ball. Cliff Brown is the quarterback. He's a 193-pound senior from Middletown, Pennsylvania. Townsend out to the left, and here's the give to Samuel. Samuel cutting in on right tackle is tripped up and dropped on the 35-yard line by Pete Shaw. And Sommerfeld, the defensive right tackle of Northwestern University, on the 35-yard line. Irish lead 37-0. We have 13 minutes of playing time remaining. Checking in defensively right now is Robert Hill, replacing Paul Maley at the middle backer spot, or middle guard as they call it at Northwestern. It's 3rd and 5 for Notre Dame. Cliff Brown looking over that defense, waiting for the snap, sends a man in motion, gives it to the fullback, Kornman, and Kornman is down to about the 32-yard line. He's short of a 1st down. Short of a 1st down, down on about the 32-yard line. It'll be 4th down coming up and about a yard to go, and Notre Dame's going to go for it, leading 37-0.
If I'm right, you're going to Green Bay tonight and then to Dallas, Texas. You're going to be a traveling man in a hurry tonight, aren't you, Van?
Well, I don't have many clothes to put in those bags. I just carry them around. Waiting for it now is the quarterback, Brown, and Brown rolling out the left. He's going to run with it. He's to the 30. He's down to the 25, the 20. He's down to the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Notre Dame, but there's a flag on the play. Might have been a clip. It was a clipping penalty on the play. Cliff Brown hit the ball on the bootleg, rolled out the left, and sprinted to 30 yards for the touchdown, but there was a clip on the play.
And I believe Willie Townsend is going to be the man charged with clipping there. And the clip is indicated by the official, now confirmed by him, as it comes back to the 32.5-yard line of Northwestern.
Notre Dame with a 4th down. And here's Brown on the keeper coming around the right side this time, and he cuts in, and he's dropped it to 32, and he didn't make it. Pete Shaw is the man who made the stop on Cliff Brown along with Doug Belko. And so now Northwestern will take over, and so they stop the Irish on that play, and it's 1st and 10 from the 33 of the Cats. Booth is in there as a running back with Stan Key. Stevens and Fredrickson are flanked out, and here's the give to Stan Key up the middle of the 40. He got 7. And Sherman Smith made the tackle for Notre Dame along with Greg Collins. So it'll be 2nd down and about 3 yards to go for Northwestern. Next Saturday we'll be at West Lafayette, Indiana. It'll be the Purdue Boilermakers against Notre Dame. Here's Mitch on the give, this time to Boykin, and Boykin running off right guard brings it to the 45-yard line, and he's got a 1st down for the Wildcats. Notre Dame leading 37-0, and Mike Townsend made the tackle. That's 4 first downs.
Hemans has the unenviable job of having to block that big behemoth Steve Niehaus, the defensive tackle of Notre Dame.
Here's Mitch Anderson on a give now to his running back, and that's Booth, and he's off left tackle across the 50 and down to the 47-yard line of Notre Dame. 7 yards. Townsend and Rudnick make the tackle, and if memory serves me, that's the first time that they have been in Notre Dame territory today. Have they been in there, you remember?
No, I don't remember them being there, Van. I think that's the first penetration.
And here's the give now to the running back Booth again, trying the middle, gets to about the 45-yard line. He got it back about 3 on the play, so now it'll be 3rd down and about a yard to go for the Wildcats with 10:22 to go in the 3rd quarter. Notre Dame leading 37-0. 46-yard line, 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Fredrickson is wide to the right side. Stevens is deployed to the left, and Mitch Anderson on the give to his fullback Boykin, and Boykin might have the 1st down. He got to the 45-yard line, and they might it's a 1st down. To the 45-yard line, that's 5 first downs for Northwestern. 9:55 to go in the 3rd quarter. Only about 5 minutes remaining in that Michigan game, with them leading Stanford 47-10. And now Purdue has scored and has gone ahead of Miami of Ohio.
Incidentally, in that ball game, Miami was the favorite.
They were?
Yes, they were.
Richard Booth is the man who carried the ball up the middle. He got about a yard to the 44-yard line, and Greg Collins is the man who made the tackle for Notre Dame on the 44. You've been listening to Jimmy the Greek again. The ball on the 44-yard line. 9 minutes and 20 seconds. With the ball on the 44. Wide to the left side now goes Stevens. I formation. Here's Mitch Anderson rolling to the right, and it is knocked away by Luther Bradley, and interference has been called on Bradley. Knocked it away from Steve Craig, the tight end.
Now, Luther, you just can't push him that way. That's all there is to it. You got to get the word down to him down there. He's a freshman, and we want him to start this right. I got to say something about him, Van. He is a big, strong, good-looking football player. 6'2", 194. He's only 18 years old, but they say he lettered and starred in football, basketball, and track at Northside High School.
Here's the give to the fullback Booth again. He tries the middle, gets to the 39-yard line, got it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Bradley and Potemka made the tackle there for Notre Dame. As I said, those surprises in college football with Syracuse, a big underdog to Michigan State, leading them 8-7. All on the 39-yard line. It will be 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Anderson on the call, and Anderson going back to throw, setting up. He's being rushed. He unloads it, incomplete. They had 3 men in on top of Anderson. They sacked him back there pretty good. Bill Stevens was the intended receiver, but incomplete, covered by Reggie Barnett.
Fanning and Greg Collins both were in there making life as miserable, and they have made life miserable for quarterback Mitch Anderson this afternoon.
You got to give a tremendous amount of credit to Pete Elliott for the coaching job he's doing at the University of Miami. Here's Anderson unloading, and it is caught by Steve Craig right at the sideline. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line. And Bradley and Townsend were there, but Anderson, under extreme pressure, threw the ball well and got a first down. And he got it on the 28 where he went out of bounds, and that's 7 first downs and 1st and 10 on the Notre Dame 28. And so the Wildcats are moving. Wide to the right side, and the slot on the right side is Fredrickson. I formation again. Boykin, the running back, along with Booth, and Boykin with the football is dropped at the 27 after a 1-yard gain. Potemka is the man who made the tackle. We have not had a timeout here in this third quarter as they keep moving right along, and the ball is marked on the 27-yard line. Billy Stevens had gone deep. He's from Moline, Illinois. Now Stevens goes to the left side, going wide to the right side. Now is Fredrickson, and here's Mitch Anderson rolling to the right. He looks and throws, and there's a fight for the ball, and it's finally ruled incomplete. Steve Craig and Mike Townsend had a fight for the football.
You had two veterans who know how to use the elbows, and there was Townsend actually hitting that ball with his elbow. It was a loose football, and he was tipping it with his arm. Steve Craig trying to find the handle and couldn't do it. And this young man, defensive captain of the Irish, Mike Townsend, an All-American candidate, a real fine defensive free safety there, give us a little show.
Stevens deployed to the left in the I formation. Anderson rolling to the right. He's looking, he throws, and it is incomplete again. And so that will bring up a 4th down and 9, and Steve Niehaus was putting the pressure on Anderson.
Have you ever seen 265 pounds move any faster than that, unless it had a motorbike under it?
This hurt the Notre Dame defense considerably last year when Niehaus went out with that knee injury, because he was leading the team in tackles when he departed, although he was only a freshman. I formation. And they flood the zone to the right, and back goes Anderson, and he fires, and it is caught. A fine catch on the 15-yard line by Steve Harris. An excellent job. He caught it right in front of the Notre Dame defender, Reggie Barnett.
Little 15-yard turn in. He went down. He ran the pattern perfectly, cut straight across. He had the defender behind him. There was no reaching over him or getting him around him. It was just give him the pass and try to lock him up as quickly as possible, and that's what happened.
Wide to the left side goes Steve Harris. In the slot now is number 25, Fredrickson. I formation. Waiting for it is Mitch Anderson. Anderson on the give to Booth, and Booth is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't gain very much, if anything, an inch or two, and Greg Collins was the first man to reach him. And then the other linebacker, Sherman Smith, and Mike Fannin of Tulsa, Oklahoma. To the left side goes Fredrickson in the I formation. They split Harris to the right side, and Mitch Anderson going back to throw. Look out, coming in the back door there. One of the Notre Dame defensive men, number 89, coming in from the blind side. And Anderson got rid of the ball, but it was incomplete, intended for Booth, and that will bring 3rd down now for the Wildcats from the 15-yard line. That stopped the clock with 6:26 to go in the quarter. And now Booth is going out. He's been replaced in the backfield of Northwestern. 2 out of 11 on 3rd down situations for Northwestern. The man who came in was Stan Key. 2 receivers on the left side. Anderson on a give. He gives it off this time to Key, and Key is down inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line, but is now 4th down. He didn't get enough for the first down. He got it down to the 9-yard line, where it'll be 4th down about 4.
You know what impresses me, Van? The fact that here is the leading passer in the Big Ten last year, Mitch Anderson. And he's completed only 4 of 16 passes for 40 yards.
I formation with 2 wide receivers. Anderson going back to throw. He's rolling out to the left. He's in trouble. He throws, and this one is intercepted in the end zone by Mike Townsend, who led the nation in pass interceptions last year. There's a timeout on the field with a score, Notre Dame 37, Northwestern nothing. Notre Dame will take over on their own 20-yard line, 1st down and 10 to go. They're leading 37-0. Cliff Brown is the quarterback, and they got Kornman and Goodman in that backfield as running backs. And here's the give now to Kornman, running off right guard for about 4 yards. And Mike Vardy is the man who made the tackle there for Northwestern. So mark the ball on the 24-yard line. And now then, Al, let's take a look at young Hunter here, the young man we've heard so much about, the freshman. Waiting now as Goodman goes in motion. They're using the counter to the 25-yard line, and carrying the ball was Hunter. He got about a yard on the play to the 25-yard line, and he's brought down by John Holliday, the left tackle from Fairview Park, Ohio. We have 4 minutes and 55 seconds to play in the third quarter, and Notre Dame leads 37-0. Wide to the left side now is Townsend. In motion goes Hunter, and here's Brown on the draw play given to Goodman, and Goodman is to the 28-yard line, and that is it. Ron Goodman is brought down on the 28-yard line. The draw they were utilizing. It's now fourth down, and Notre Dame will be forced into a kick situation, and Doherty is kicking for the second time today. 6'2", 186-pound senior from Portland, Oregon. And dropping back now for Northwestern is Swanson, and back with Swanson is Shaw. And Doherty will kick. Waiting for the snap. He's about 15 yards deep. He gets a perfect pass from center, gets his kick away, booms it high to the 35-yard line. It's taken, and the tackle is made immediately on Shaw on about the 33-yard line. So with the score, Notre Dame 37, Northwestern nothing, a timeout on the field. Now this for Royal Globe Insurance. Running straight ahead now, the fullback of the Wildcats, Boykin, takes it to about the 38-yard line, a gain of 4 on the play. So it'll be second down and 6 to go for Northwestern. Purdue is leading Miami 13-0. 2 wide receivers on the left side. Mitch Anderson on a give to Stan Key, and Key is hit right at the 38-yard line by the left side of that Notre Dame line. Just barreling in there and belting him down. Browner was in there on the tackle, along with Mike Fanning. North Carolina State, are you ready for this one? North Carolina State 14, Nebraska 10 in the third quarter. And Michigan leading Stanford 47-10. Penn State beat the Navy 39-0. And now here's Mitch Anderson going back to throw. He throws one out in the right flat and taken on the 38-yard line by Stan Key. Final score, Baylor 20, Pittsburgh 14, another upset. And South Carolina leading Georgia Tech 17-6. Back in kick formation now goes Fredrickson. Scarron was injured in the first half of the ball game. And back for Notre Dame is Tim Simon in the safety spot. And Fredrickson gets his kick away, a low one, coming down on the 35, and Simon lets the ball roll. It rolls on down to the 20, down to the 18-yard line, and there the Wildcats, Felton, kills the ball. Townsend wide to the left. Weber's in there at the other end. In motion now goes Diminick, and Cliff Brown, the quarterback for the Fighting Irish, moving it to about the 23-yard line. And so Notre Dame now has number 15. That's Cornman in there at fullback, and he carried the ball, gained about 3 yards. So it'll be second down and 7 yards to go, and Paul Maley made the tackle for the Northwestern Wildcats. Townsend to the left side. Waiting for it now is Brown, and he sends Diminick in motion and gives it off to Cornman again. He brings it to the 25-yard line and is brought down right there on the 25-yard line, and that's Robert Hill in there, and Paul Maley again at making the stop for Northwestern. I understand here, Bill Etherton informs me that Mike Scarron had a broken leg. Slot back off to the left is Samuel. Cliff Brown waiting for it. Brown now rolling to the right, looking for a pass receiver, throws one that is incomplete. Intended out there for Townsend and broken up, and so that brings up a fourth down. And in there was Annanen along with Pete Wessel covering on the play. So the ball is marked on the 25. It'll be fourth down. Fourth down now for Notre Dame. The clock shows only 55 seconds to go in the quarter. Brian Doherty is in to kick. Dropping back is Swanson. And going back with him is Shaw. And here's Doherty's kick, and he booted that one, I want to tell you. Fair catch is called for. And the two deep men bumped into each other. With the score, Notre Dame 37, Northwestern nothing. There's a timeout on the field. Now this for United Airlines. Northwestern takes over now, and hand off to Booth, who tries to sweep around the right side, and he runs into Greg Collins, who brings him down on the 23, so no gain on the play. That kick by Brian Doherty a moment ago was 53 yards.
Can you imagine two guys back there to catch it, though? One makes the catch and then runs right into his own man as he made the catch, and both of them went down at the spot.
Dara and Harris are split out. both on the left side, and Mitch Anderson now. We got a new quarterback in here now. Gherkins, and here the ball just popped right up in the air there and was taken by the defensive back Barnett, but the whistle had blown, I believe, back here on the 23. Al?
Reggie Barnett picked that one up all right, but it had hit the ground, and it is down at the point. It will go over to Notre Dame, and it will go over inside of the 30-yard line. The ball is being placed down just shy of the 25-yard line on the Notre Dame side, so it'll be about 25.5 yards away from pay dirt, and the Irish now offensively have the football again in just absolutely beautiful field position. 25.5 yards away.
Barnett ran with the ball after it popped out of the air right in his hands, but of course the ball is dead in college football. Brown rolls the right, throws, completes it. Completes his pass down to Weber, and Weber is tackled on the 14-yard line. So it'll be a first down for Notre Dame, and time has run out. That is the end of the third quarter with the score Notre Dame 37, Northwestern nothing.
What a beautiful afternoon now. The sun is out. The sky is blue. There's not a cloud anywhere. It is just magnificent.
First and 10 on the 14-yard line of Northwestern. Cliff Brown, the quarterback, and Brown on the counter play gives it off, and it's fumbled. It's fumbled by Hunter and recovered by Northwestern. And covering the ball was number 33 of the Northwestern Wildcats, a Patton check. Covered the fumble, dropped by Hunter, and understandably, this freshman would have to be a little nervous.
I would think so. I would think so. His first time in a Notre Dame uniform.
Wide to the right side is Dara, and here's the quarterback, Gherkins, on a handoff to Boykin, and Boykin tries the middle. He gets to about the 17, got a yard on the play. This is Kim Gherkins, G-I-R-K-I-N-S. He's a sophomore. He's 6'3", weighs 195 pounds. He's from Granville, Ohio. Wide to the right side is Dara, and Steve Harris is deployed out to the left side. I formation. Waiting for it is Gherkins, and he's rolling to the right now and handing off to his running back Key, and Key brings it to the 20, to the 25, up to the 30, and Bradley and Townsend of the secondary get him on the 30-yard line. And that will be a first down. That's number 9 for the Northwestern Wildcats today.
Fine example of the quickness of Stan Key as he changed directions. When the hole closed, found his own hole and went for it. Stan Key, incidentally, against Michigan State last week, Van, was a 100-yard man. 31 carries for 107 yards.
He's been bottled up pretty good, though, this afternoon. And wide to the right side now is Dara. I formation, 33 yards he has today. And here is they give to Boykin, and Boykin tries the left side. Gets to about the 33-yard line, and he's hauled down there after a 3-yard gain. It's secondary again, and they're making the stop on the 33. So make it now second down and 7 yards to go. The clock moving with 13:35 to play. Wide to the right side is Harris. In the slot is Dara. And here is the quarterback, Gherkins, handing off again to Key. And Key tries the middle, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and he bumps into Sherman Smith. He might have got that ball to the 34, and he did. Nosbush is in there now and made the tackle for Notre Dame. So from the 34, it will be third down and 6 yards to go now for the Wildcats. 2 out of 13 on third down situations today for the Wildcats of Evanston, Illinois. And here's the give again to Key, and Key finds the hole, goes to the 40, brings it on up to the 43-yard line before he is finally tackled. He's a hard running back, I want to tell you. And he ran right over Mike Townsend there. Mike's a little slow in getting up. He got it to the 43.
I think he got it in the forearm there, Van. He may have got the cleats in the forearm because he was shaking the arm and holding it as he got up and went back to the huddle.
First and 10 to go for the Wildcats, and that's 10 first downs for them. They have the ball on their own 42-yard line, and they send Dara wide to the right. Harris is deployed to the left, and here's a pitch back to Key, and Key is caught from behind. And a flag is thrown, tackling the face mask, Browner, the freshman right end. And with the score, Notre Dame 37, Northwestern nothing. There's a timeout on the field, and now this for Royal Globe Insurance. Gherkins, the quarterback, went back and hit Harris on a slant in, and Harris grabbed the ball on the 25 and got to the 20. It's first and 10 Northwestern on the Notre Dame 20-yard line. Gherkins in the I formation gives it to Key. Key gets to the 19-yard line and is brought down on the 19. 1 yard gained on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9 with 11.5 minutes to go. Tackle made by Jim Stock, the sophomore, 6'3", 210-pounder, and the ball on the 19-yard line. Waiting for it now is Gherkins, the quarterback, and Gherkins rolling out the left, looks, throws, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. Intended over there for Stan Key in the left flat, but incomplete. So move it back to the 19-yard line. That stopped the clock. 3rd and 9 with 11:04 to go. Wide the right side is Dara. Harris to the left. Gherkins on to give to Key, and Key is hit at the 18-yard line by Steve Niehaus. He tried to ram it right down his throat there, and Collins was bagging him up, and it just didn't work.
Sherman Smith was blitzing on the play. He came right over the middle from the outside linebacker on the right. He was just a fraction of an inch behind the runner there.
So mark the ball on the 18-yard line, make it 4th down and 8 yards to go, and Dara and Fredrickson are the flankers now for Northwestern. High formation, 4th and 8, remember. And here's Gherkins now rolling out the left, looking and throwing, and this one is caught right on the 8-yard line or 7-yard line by Harris, and the coaches are yelling that he was out of bounds, but he evidently came down with his feet in bounds.
Well, that's the way the official called it over there, Van. I'll go along with his call on that, but I had the old glasses on the old chalk mark. Looked like he missed it by a little bit.
7-yard line, it's spotted, 1st down and 10 to go now for Northwestern, who are trailing 37-0. 2 receivers on the right side. Gherkins is waiting for it. The I formation, and Gherkins now rolling to the right, looking for receivers, going to be sacked, fumbles the ball, and Notre Dame gets the football back on the 31-yard line. And he was really belted in there that time by Notre Dame.
Gherkins still down on the field at the 25, getting up now and going to the sidelines. Here's a young man who has really got to be disheartened. Fine football effort by the young sophomore from Grand Valley, Ohio, and he has nothing to look down his sleeve on because he did a good job while he was out there. That offensive line just let too many defenders filter through, and Notre Dame put the rush on him and got to him. He fumbles the football. He loses it. The Irish have a 1st down at their 31, and here they come, Van.
1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. I formation with 2 receivers set out. And Brown now on a give to Samuels on the counter. He's at the 40-yard line and tries to go a little more, but is dropped on the 41. Annanen is the man who made the tackle on the 41. He's very close to a 1st down on that 41-yard line. He got about 10 yards on it. 9:55 to play in the ball game. Notre Dame leading 37-0. It's a 1st down on the 41-yard line, so he got exactly 10. Townsend is flanked out to the left. Cliff Brown is the quarterback. 18 1st downs, I formation, and here is the counter again to give us to Diminick, and Diminick is to the 44. Bob Mason in there making the tackle along with Swanson. Townsend is wide to the left side now as we go back to work, and Diminick goes in motion to the right, and here's Brown throwing a swing pass out over the head of Hunter, way over his head. And they had the pressure that time, really had the pressure on Cliff Brown. So that'll make it 3rd down for Notre Dame. And the ball is marked here on the 44-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Man in the slot, Hunter. And here's Brown back to throw. He throws to Kornman at the 50, to the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25. He's down to the 21-yard line. And he is brought down right there by pattern check. Pattern check making the tackle. And they will mark the ball on the 20-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 10 to go for Notre Dame. And that was Russ Kornman.
Well, it looks like we've got a double-barrel passing attack now. We know Clements can do it. We know Cliff Brown did it before, and it looks like he's going to do it again. 36 yards on that play, Van.
Yeah. Here's Brown now on that counter play. Gives it off in here to Diminick, the 10, the 5. A touchdown for Notre Dame. The counter works again. Jerry Diminick took it over.
Willie Townsend made the key block, Van. He had to go down. He had to be able to handle that right corner. It happened to be Neil Little. And Willie Townsend had him standing up, pushing back, shoving him away. There was no way for him to come over to clog up that play to be able to make the tackle. That was the key block on the play. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is a man short. They're getting Bull again. Ball is spotted. The flag's all over the place. The kick was good, but there are flags all over the place. The ball is spotted. The kick is in the air, and the kick is good again. And so there's a timeout with a score. Notre Dame 44, Northwestern nothing. Waiting now for referee Fallon to blow the whistle again, and Brown moves forward, and here is the boot. High, end over end, but aiming over there on about the 15. It's taken there and out of bounds by Swanson. He stepped out at the 20, so it'll be first down and 10 to go for Northwestern from their own 20. Harris is split to the left side. And here is the give to Booth, and Booth is hit at the 23-yard line and hit very hard the middle of that Notre Dame line. And coming up there, a linebacker, number 42, the linebacker of Notre Dame, and that is Creevy. Oh, check it. No, it isn't. It is Sullivan. Pooler is in there at a halfback. Trimble right in front of him in the I formation. And the give is to Trimble, and Trimble plows to the 31-yard line, and he should have a first down at the 31-yard line. Jim Trimble carrying the football. He just grew up with football. His father was a fine coach. 7:55 to go. And Sullivan made the tackle for Notre Dame. Number 33 in there for Notre Dame is Parker, a defensive halfback. Number 26 in there is Lopiansky. Harris to the left side, and Pooler carries the football to the 35-yard line, and he's brought down on the 35-yard line, and making the tackle for Notre Dame. The defensive right tackle in there for Notre Dame. Who is it? We've got Noshbush back in there. So place the ball on the 35-yard line. Make it second down coming up. Second down and about 5 to go. Wide to the right side is Steve Harris. In the slot on the right side now is Fredrickson. Gherkins the quarterback, and Gherkins gives it to Trimble. Trimble's at the 37-yard line and brought down on the 37-yard line. And Mike Webb of Newcastle, Delaware, is the man who made the tackle. Also in there was Mike Norton coming up from the secondary, and his father, John Norton, executive vice president of the Ford Motor Company and a great Notre Dame fan. Wide to the right side is Fredrickson, and here is a give to Pooler, and Pooler tries the middle, and he is hit by about 3 tacklers right on the 39-yard line. He hit the ground on the 38, and so that will bring up a 4th down and about 3.
Man, there's a young man down there on crutches on the sidelines with the Notre Dame football team that wishes he were in there. Frank Pomerico, a 2-year veteran, an All-American candidate at guard. Torn ankle ligaments have been repaired, and he is there with crutches now.
Punt formation, and Fredrickson is back there, and he gets his kick away. And it's fielded by Simon on the 18. He's at the 20. Goes out wide. A flag is down. He gets it back to the 30-yard line, but a flag is down. Holding on the play. And with the score, Notre Dame 44, Northwestern nothing. There's a timeout on the field. Now this for Delco. Aloco's in there at quarterback. And Aloco to give to Samuels, and Samuels is at the 15, the 17-yard line. That penalty set him back to the 10, a holding penalty. Belko made the tackle, and the ball is marked on the 17, so it'll be a gain on the play of 7 yards. So make it now second down and about 3 yards to go. Doug Baskey is the man who made the tackle for Northwestern. Clock shows 5 minutes and 15 seconds of playing time remaining. Doherty is in there and split out to the right side, and Loco on the handoff now to his running back to the 21 or 22. It should be a first down. He got it to the 22-yard line, and there he was brought down. And carrying the ball, that was Weiler, number 35, running with the ball, and we're getting some new names in here, Albert. Here's the slot back. Samuels off to the right. Diminick is in there, and now here's the quarterback, Aloko, to give to Samuels, and Samuels is at the 25 to the 27-yard line, and hauled down on the 27 by Jamie Sommerfeld, the right tackle of Northwestern. Notre Dame leads by a score of 44 to nothing over Northwestern.
6 yards. Sommerfeld on the tackle.
Mark that ball on the 28-yard line. And it will be second down and 5 yards to go for Notre Dame. And split out wide to the left side now is Doherty, who's the split end. In motion now goes Diminick to the left, and the pitch out is to Diminick. He's at the 35, he's at the 40, the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40. He's at the 35, he's down to the 30, he's down to the 27. He's brought down by Baskey and Little down on the 27-yard line. Diminick on a brilliant run for Notre Dame.
Oh, he can put him up. He can pick him up and put him down, Van, this young man from Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania. 44 yards. Beautiful run for the little junior. And remember, he is one of the littlest men on the squad, Van. 5'9", 166 pounds.
Ed Romance's fine radio station in Mount Carmel carries the ball game, and of course they must be thrilled about that fumble. It bounces up to Samuels, and he falls on the ball back on the 42-yard line. It just bounced up to him on the handoff. He fumbled it. Al Samuel from Newport News, Virginia. He lost 14 yards on the play, so the ball is marked on the 42, where it'll be second down and 24 yards to go. Mark it on the 42-yard line. And the Lazy Boy chair will be awarded to the athletic department of Notre Dame in the name of Frank Clements. Here is the double handoff in the backfield, and Samuels has the ball and laterals it back there to Aloko. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. It's a touchdown for Notre Dame, but there's a flag back here. Flag is down.
Van, I think what he's going to say is that that lateral, that pitch out there, that was fielded and carried over the goal line was not a lateral at all. That ball was thrown in front of him. So it's going to come back, and it's going to cost the Fighting Irish some yardage.
Waiting for it now is the quarterback, Aloko. Loco rolling out to the left. He's looking, and he throws, and it's completed out here to the fullback, Weiler, and Weiler is tackled after a gain about 7-8 yards on it. So now that will bring up the situation of fourth down for Notre Dame, and about 22, 23 yards to go with the ball on the 38-yard line. So let's see what's going to happen here now with this fourth down. Hunter comes in, and Samuel goes out. In motion goes Diminick to the right, and here's Aloko on the draw play to Hunter. Hunter is down to the 30-yard line and is brought down on the 30. So there's a timeout on the field with a score. Notre Dame 44, Northwestern nothing. They're in a double wing. Gerkens is the quarterback, and he gives it off to Boykin, and Boykin off right guard to the 32-yard line, and that is it. He got just about 3 yards on the play, and they make it second down and 7 to go for the Wildcats with a minute and a half to play. Notre Dame has been very impressive, and Ara Parsegan has done his level best here in the second half, utilizing just about everybody he has on the ball club, but he's still leading 44 to nothing. Waiting for it is Gerkens, the quarterback. Gerkens back to throw. He throws. It's caught at the 38-yard line and caught by Stan Key out in the left flat at the 38-yard line. Norton made the tackle for Notre Dame. 1 minute to go in the game. Third down. Third down and 2 yards to go now for the Wildcats of Northwestern. Wide to the right side goes Steve Harris. In the slot is Fredrickson. Gerkens, the quarterback. Third down and 2, and Gerkens on a give now to his running back, Pooler, and he gets across the 40 to about the 41, and he should have a first down. He got it to the 41-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 to go with 36 seconds of playing time remaining. Mike Webb is coming out. He's from Newcastle, Delaware, 6'2", 228, a senior. He was in that lineup. Number 43 in there defensively is Harchar, a linebacker.
He's a freshman, Van.
We've seen a few freshmen today. Here's Gherkins back to throw, and he's in a little trouble. He unloads the bomb down here, and it is incomplete. Two men covering. Bob Zanat was one of them, and the other covering for Notre Dame, Lopiensky, and that took care of the intended receiver, Fredrickson, and so now the ball goes back and will be put down on the 41-yard line. We got 11 seconds to go, Al.
11 seconds to wrap up the opener for 1973 of the Irish. They lead 44-0. They have been tremendously impressive.
Gherkins now rolling out the right and pitches it back here to his running back, Pooler. Pooler's hit at the 45-yard line, and making the tackle for Notre Dame was Parker, Mike Parker, and there's the gun. That's the end of the ball game. With the final score, Notre Dame 44, Northwestern nothing. And we'll present the wrap-up of today's game after this for Contact.